You guys have any Pelicans thoughts from this game? I know Zion was questionable with some flu-like symptoms before this game, so that could explain some of the lackadaisical defense out there.
Okay, what about the other games?
Okay,
so just a big,
what does explain the other games? No, I'm just tired of this stuff, man. Listen, I'm gonna go on a rant here. So everybody brace yourselves, and hopefully the Wi-Fi holds up. But I tweet out a clip of Zion getting cooked by Ja, and the Pelican fans, the defenders of Ja, and what's all that's right, coming after the evil Mo because Zion had 2 fouls, so he didn't try hard that play. Cool. What about all the other plays? What about all the other games that we've seen him not try hard? Honestly, when are we going to stop making excuses for him? It's this, it's that, it's this, it's that. At this point, if he's not going to try hard on defense, he's not going to try hard on defense. I'm going to point it out when I see it. And it's simple as that. And there's not much changing with that. It's frustrating to watch. The kid has talent. He tried hard defensively last year. We saw a piece of it where it looked good. And it's just a matter of him not doing it. And okay, it's fouls. It's okay. He's sick. Okay, it's this. It's that. It's how many more excuses are we going to give this guy for not trying on the other end of the court? And a lot of times he looks lackadaisical on the offensive end this season. It's been a lot of weird vibes from him all season. He's made weird comments in post-game press conferences. Just at the end of the day, I throw my hands up with Zion. I just don't know what to do or what to say anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it's a shame because as a defensive prospect, he came into the league, and we had high hopes. And the run that this team went on in the second quarter was spurred by defense. Herb Jones and Dyson Daniels were smothering on the perimeter in the second quarter. And so you could see, if Zion was just, let's say, defending at a league average for his position level, right? League average, not even I'm not saying he needs to be this all NBA defender, but if he's league average, the Pels are just better. They're just better. And I know everyone, they want to focus on the offensive end because, again, this is what gets people paid and this is what makes highlights. But Seth, at some point, you've got to do it on both ends if you want to be a real star.
And it's also it's I think the word that underpins a lot of what Mo is talking about is consistency. And there's a lot of players who on a given night can look great and but give some good defensive plays and so on and so forth. But it's the difference between the guys who are pretty good and the guys who are really driving, winning at an elite level is the night-to-night consistency. And that I think that's a criticism we can level a little bit at kind of both stars on the Pelicans, if we're honest. Brandon Ingram was very good tonight, but it's not every night. He's across the season. It's almost, you don't want to hang too much on it because it's the narrative in his first game back, but there's something almost fitting about 2 almost guys and then Morant showing what the guy looks like. And that's horribly reductive, but it might not be wrong.
I mean, but we know it's true. This happens all the time. The best player in a playoff series actually matters in basketball. It does matter. And so having the best player in any possession or a game or whatever matters. And Ja was down the stretch. I mean, he was the best player on the floor, hands down, just unstoppable.
Not even close. I mean, not even close.
Yeah. Yeah. And it has to be demoralizing. So anyway, that was a fun game. And it's way more fun to have Ja back and playing because now hopefully the Grizzlies can be watchable. I mean, they will be like you saw it right away with Ja, just the way he's getting to the rim and sliding in the way, to be honest, it didn't look that rusty. I mean, granted, it's the first game, and I think there's a lot of bounce with adrenaline and things like that. It might take him a little while, but they'll be fun to watch for sure. There's no question. I think you guys said it. Jaren Jackson Jr. gets to slide into his spot. Desmond Bane gets to slide in to his normal position. I think there's a lot of that stuff too that's going to help them. I just think they've
going 6-19 in those 25 games, that killed you. If you got to 10 wins, that would have been a win for them. But those 4, and when you just look at it, the fact of like before tonight, they were 6.5 games behind Golden State, and Golden State's 11th. Like that says a lot. Like that's the challenge there, and I think it's going to be really difficult for them.
Yeah. And also maybe they could have used Dylan Brooks this year.